Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. Let's see, of course, what's going on in Bitcoin today. Starting with our channeling, our price there is still ranging inside our base channel. And we're still, of course, looking for a decisive decision. It has been for a long time here. I know, guys, it is a little bit boring, yeah, being just ranging in the same area the whole time as a potential triangle here that it might be unfolding, of course, as an A, B, C, D, and an E. But at the end, of course, this is a signal that it is still corrective and we might push for lower at the end. The price is still inside the base channel, the lower part. No decisive decision has been given. Also, yesterday, of course, we saw a new high a little bit here in this area. But this can be, of course, something for a diagonal, meaning ABC. We're going to see it, of course, on the micro level in case this is the scenario that it is unfolding. However, of course, this 1212, of course, can unfold still a wave 3, meaning once we break the base channel there, a wave 3 has to confirm, of course, a very deep correction in a wave 3, and then 4 and a 5 continuation toward the downside. Otherwise, if the price will show strengths again, meaning transforming this to 1, 2 somehow, 3, 4, 5 for wave A, B, and a C here. In a wave B, that means, of course, 3 waves down and then 3 waves up, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse for wave C. Shallow wave 2 as a bear market here that it might unfold for Bitcoin, of course, as 3 corrective wave, 1, A, B, C wave 2, and then pushing toward the upside. We'll see if this is going to happen. The label for that, of course, is the following, where you have finished a W, X, and a Y here. You want to finish, of course, as W, X, and a Y because, of course, you have only here ABC, and especially that this wave 4 interfere with the zone 1. You cannot consider it as an impulse. Of course, you have to consider it as an expanding diagonal. Wave C, ABC finished in a W, and then W, X, and a Y here. An ABC in a wave X, and of course a wave Y for the other ABC potentially finished over there. So internally, of course, we have finished an impulse here, which is a possible ABC for a wave Y, and we might, of course, looking here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this case. Yeah, so only in this case scenario. But we'll see if this is going to happen. Of course, an expanding flat also wave B can be possible by, of course, reaching a little bit higher here, reaching 150K, a new all-time high, meaning very sharp zigzag towards the upside, 3 ways down, a very sharp 3 ways up, and then pushing down again. Even the 130K can be also a possibility, 1.054 uncommon target for wave B in an expanding flat. So those are the possibilities in case, of course, we have a shallow wave 2 here, or something as a strong wave V towards the upside for a new all-time high. Now, the possibility is still, of course, shifting a little bit here towards the deep correction, and that because, of course, of the correction that we get here. It is, of course, a very long sideways, and this signaling, of course, something as corrective since the trend is downward so far. That means, yeah, we might continue simply toward the downside. But of course, a confirmation with this is, of course, breaking this base channel decisively, taking the lows here after breaking, of course, the channel to, of course, confirm a wave 3, 4, and a 5, and then 4 and a 5, finishing up wave A, B, and a C, which it might take, of course, longer time here. That because, of course, a deeper correction might take, of course, at least the perfection here in 0.618 FIB time, meaning an ABC zigzag. It might finish up here somehow as an impulse or as diagonal somehow like this as usual. But yeah, so this might take, of course, until 2027 July minimum time that it might take in case of a deep correction. It can even take longer time, nobody knows. And you know, the flat is almost the same. It can range until here, but it depends if it's gonna take, of course, the expanding flat, which it might range onto the perfection, or the regular flat. Yeah, so the regular flat can have a little bit less time here than the deep correction, of course, and then moving directly toward the upside here for Bitcoin. Yep, so these are the possibilities right now as a macro levels. Of course, those are the highest, guys. Of course, there are many scenarios that I can create here. W, X, and a wave Y, or something, a wave Y as a triangle, and so on. Yeah, so, but of course, it's just imagination right now before getting a signal from the price what it can be. So I don't, of course, do headaches for you here and overwhelm you with the scenarios that it confuse you from the real price action right now. So for the 1 hour chart here, I'm looking for the micro level. So basically we have a potential A, B, and a C here, very likely to unfold. This wave C, I'm following it since yesterday. If you have seen here a 1-2, we saw a wave 3, a wave 4 currently unfolding, and a wave 5 still, of course, expected. Now the wave 4 is very, very deep. Yesterday we reached the high. Again, we took the high in a few cents here, or dollars. We took the perfect fib level without invalidation, of course, of the diagonal. It didn't took, of course, the 1-to-1 for a reason there. And definitely it didn't want to invalidate, of course, the diagonal. Therefore, I'm still believing right now in the wave 4 as diagonal. So we'll see if this is going to happen. Your wave 4 anyway as a diagonal should hit, of course, between this area, which we are exactly right now. So it should bounce from there in case we are looking for something for higher still. This is your wave 4. Of course, it can dive a little bit deeper, but yeah, preferably that it doesn't, because I see here a very strong impulse, honestly, for Bitcoin, and this is horrible. If this is an impulse right now, of course, it leaves me with another scenario as well, which is a potential WXNY here, because you have finished only 3 waves and you dive impulsively. And that means, of course, W, X, and a wave Y. Also, truncation without taking the high, which is horrible. Yeah, it's a horrible price action, actually, in case this happens. Yeah, so we gotta be careful with it. So basically, if this is a wave Y here, meaning, of course, W, X, wave Y, 3 waves, we push impulsively toward the downside. That is a very nasty one. So because WXNY first is already tricky. Second, without taking the high here, also very tricky, and then pushing directly impulsive, that would be, of course, the trickiest price action ever. So anyway, we are laying down this to keep it in mind, to know that if this happens, we are ready. We know that this might happen. A condition for this, or I would say a key level for confirmation that this might happen here, is the following. I'm gonna remove all my confirmation here, make it also less for us. I'm gonna just keep the 1-to-1 here. Yeah, confirmation for lower, I would say, is of course taking this low. Yeah. If the impulse will continue really downward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and continue breaking this confirmation for lower, well, that is, of course, yeah, something bearish unfolding toward the downside, especially that this might, of course, yeah, be in confluence with the channel here, the base channel, if the price, of course, move down and break it. Preferably, therefore, you know what, preferably just to take this confirmation for lower, definitely, to be much more safer, because you can still range here until the 0.618. Yeah, so which is close to there. But anyway, yeah, you can keep it, guys. You can keep it. It is a confirmation as well from there. So yeah, so let's keep it like that. Confirmation at 65K might be definitely, of course, something pushing for lower here. In an impulse, by the way. Yeah. Because anyway, if this is an impulse and it's gonna unfold, yeah, I mean, you're expecting a zigzag at least, and that means, of course, you're gonna take the low, definitely. So yeah, these are the possibilities right now. Now, also another possibility, unfortunately, it's a lot of possibilities there, is a triangle, meaning an A, B, this is your wave C, but yeah, I doubt it, because it's a kind of 3 waves. meaning WX and Y for a wave C because you took the high also. So the triangle is starting to get a very low possibility. Okay, highest possibility for me is a WX and a Y or an AB and a C. We continue here with an ending diagonal towards the upside, at least to reach, well, the high, I would say. Yeah, the wave 5 has at least to reach, of course, the high over there. Yeah, so having a new high. Okay, new high is requested over there. Yep, so currently we are very impulsive on the 15-minute chart. As you can see, we have a 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 for a wave 3, and that means you are expecting a wave 4 and a 5, potentially 4 and a 5, unless this is an ABC finished for a wave 4 in the perfect targets, and we continue, of course, towards the upside here in a wave 5, which is honestly my highest probability right now, unless we continue the impulse. If the impulse will continue with a 4-5-4-5, that means, of course, invalidation, and we might continue towards the downside, guys. That was it for Bitcoin. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.